Hi, my name is Leah and thank you for visiting my channel. Today, I'm here to talk about the different jobs I got to experience while I'm here in Toronto. So it was back in August 2023 where I moved here to Toronto from the Philippines to study art management. And from then, I experienced different kinds of work. Some were really random, some were just weird, some I just had to take because I really needed the money. Moving to a different country really means that I needed to say yes to the different opportunities that were coming my way. Join me as I go down the memory lane of the different jobs that I took here in Toronto before I was able to find the job that I'm working on right now that's helping me become at least a bit more stable than I was before. And the very first parang semi-gig na ginawa ko while I was a student was to be a product promoter. It was the first time that I went out of Toronto with a bunch of people on a bus going to a different city within Ontario. And we were there for a golf event where big clients were there and they were playing golf. And per golf area or section or whatever, may tent doon with different products from different clients and na-assign ako sa lotion. So, kada may pumupunta players doon sa tent ko, I had to explain ano yung lotion, ano yung company na nag-own ng lotion na yon, and nagpapamigay ako ng lotion. Kapag take home ako ng ng dalawang lotion. Actually, yeah, I still have one of the bottles. It's been what? Nag 1 year and something months na. Hindi ako marunong sa math. Hindi magaling sa math. Nag 1 year and something na. Pero hindi ko pa ubos yung isang lotion. So, yeah, it really helped. Tapos, nakapag-drive pa ako ng golf cart. So, for my first job, it was very small, very short. As in, one-day job lang siya. Pero, sobrang amazing yung experience na I was able to go out of the city and experience this. It's very helpful talaga na nireto ako ng friend ko doon sa company na yon. So now and then nakakuha ako ng work from them. So I'll talk about those different works later then. So this is my next work na talagang nakakuha ako ng big amount in some sense. So around September, I was able to get a job to be a festival coordinator for a Filipino winter festival, which was very exciting for me since back in the Philippines, I do arts and culture events work. As someone na art girly, art and event girly, I do arts management on the side. To be able to do an event sa Toronto and a Filipino event, yung feeling na I'm doing what I like the most and doing it in a different country, pero for the Filipinos pa rin. So, ang sarap talaga yung feeling na nakuha ko tong work na to. Again, this is also contractual. I was able to find this work kasi fina-follow ko yung arts organization na to before pa ako pumunta sa Toronto. So, I saw that they posted on Instagram that they were looking for a festival coordinator and I knew that I had time in my hands for that. Kahit na student ako, tapos ang dami naming deliverables sa school. So, sobrang at some point, nagpatong-patong na yung work ko for this festival and work ko as a student. Parang, pero you know, go na go tayo dyan para may pera. It was such an amazing experience seeing Filipinos, Filipino-Canadians, and even Canadians who would gather together to celebrate Filipino artists, Filipino folk songs, even our vendors. So, isa sa mga ginawa ko for that work was to contact vendors. So, all of them were Filipino vendors and they were selling different things and all of them are very enthusiastic with anything that is Filipino. Lahat sila, yung mga first generation, second generation, they all love having something to do with their roots as Filipinos. And sobrang sarap ng feeling na after that event na para masabing, oh, I did this event for the Filipinos in a different country. Sobrang iba yung feeling, hindi ko ma-explain. Napakanta pa nga ako ng karaoke. Kahit di ako kumakanta ng karaoke, pero yeah, for the fun. So, ayun, festival coordinator for a Filipino winter festival. Next naman, ito, around September, may nag-respond sa akin. It was for a zombie actor job. kasi in my head, I had experience naman in acting, so why not, diba? Nag-email sila na I am chosen to be one of the people to audition for the role. Nung una, hindi ko pa sure kung pupunta ako sa audition kasi gusto ko pa talaga gawin yun. Tapos sinabi ko sa sarili ko, nung time na yon, wala pa rin perang pumapasok sa bank account ko. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, okay, let's do the audition and then let's see if I get in or not. If I get in, let's think about it. If not, then it's a fun experience, diba? So ayun nga, pumunta ako sa audition, and zombie acting si Ate Mote. Ayan, naka-receive ako ng email na sabi nga, I got accepted. So yeah, ayun, in-accept ko siya kasi kailangan ko ng pera, be. Ayun, so, isa sa mga naging trabaho ko sa Toronto ay naging zombie. Alam niyo sa mga movies na kung saan nagsa-start usually mga zombie outbreak, yun yung mga labs kasi dun sila nag-experiment. So parang yun yung scene nung zombie apocalypse haunted house thing nila. Yung pinaka-favorite kong area na naa-assign ako, yung sa kitchen area na yun, may cupboard? Or parang, anong tawag nito? Anong tawag? Cabinet. May cabinet, tas walang laman sa loob. So, kasya ako. As a small girl, kasya ako sa ilalim. Ang saya sabihin na, ang naging trabaho ko po at some point sa Toronto, I make people scream. Ayun. Ang tsaka nga lang pag umuwi. So, pag umuwi kami after ng shift, so matatapos yung mga shift namin, mga 10, 11, ganyan. Magtatanggal kami ng makeup, may provided ng makeup remover. Pero syempre, hindi matatanggal lahat yan. So, uuwi ako na wala nga yung makeup, pero nafe-feel mo yung ickiness. So, parang mga 11 nasa bahay na ako, pero maliligo pa ako. Parang pagod na pagod ka na. Bayad naman ako. Bayad naman tayo, te. Bayad tayong manakot ng tao. Ayun. So, ayun. Moving forward tayo sa next. Hindi ko lang naka-lipstick. Mag-lipstick nga tayo. The program that I took was art management. So one of our professors was from the National Ballet and he was teaching us fundraising. One day, nagsabi siya na naghahanap siya ng mga volunteers. It's not a paid job, but I felt like the experience that I will get from that kind of work will really benefit me in the long run, especially na gusto ko rin magtrabaho in the art industry for a long time, and fundraising is such a vital part in the art industry. So I did volunteer for 3 times. One of the benefit of me doing this volunteer work was, one, I was able to see my professor work his magic to talking to patrons para lang makakuha ng donation. Sobrang galing niyang makipag-usap sa mga tao. Alam niyo yung mga taong sobrang charismatic na kahit anong ibenta nila sa inyo, kahit bentahan ka ng ballpen, mapapabili ka sa sobrang galing nilang magsalita. Ganun yung professor ko. So I was able to see him in action and I feel like I learned a lot just seeing him how he interacts with the patrons. And the second was, I was able to watch ballet in the National Ballet. These tickets cost so much, but I was able to see Don Quixote, Nutcracker, and Alice in Wonderland for free because I was volunteering. We want to be cultured. Anyway, part that I volunteered was to be a campus tour volunteer for our school during one of the open houses. And it was really like telling the parents how the campus looks like. Since I was also new during that time, I think I got lost twice with the parents behind me. Ayun, pero after naman nun, hindi na ako nawala. Pero nakakaya siya. After that, the teacher who was organizing the open campus event messaged me if I wanted to be one of the tour guides for a school event. So yun, paid naman yun. So I was able to do a paid gig dahil nga nag-volunteer ako. So sometimes just doing volunteer work can also lead you to getting a paid work. So, ayun, one tip, I had to do internship na arts-related, which, of course, mas excited ako gawin. The internship I did, I was a production assistant for an outdoor art fair organization. I guess nagustuhan nila yung work ko kasi after ng internship ko, they absorbed me to be an artist and events assistant na talagang magtatrabaho for that event. They absorbed me until July, so it was only contractual, pero at least after ko mag-graduate, may trabaho ako, which is always good. So for a while, naging slightly stable ako. Because of that internship, I can now say that I am one of the people who manage an arts event at one of the tourist spot in Toronto. So our event was at Nathan Phillips Square, which is one of the famous spaces in Toronto that tourists will visit. And I was there interacting with artists, interacting with patrons who were visiting. There was also an incident of a raccoon. Like, one of my roles as an artist manager was to be there if an artist needs any assistance. And then on the last day of the event, I got radioed that one of the artists is having trouble because there's a raccoon in her tent. So, parang ako, anong gagawin ko sa raccoon, babe? But yeah, all ended well. I had to call like a guard or security, and they were able to find the raccoon. Anyways, ang sarap sa feeling na masasabi ko na I'm one of those English. I'm one of the people who organized this humongous outdoor art fair event in a famous space in Toronto. And malalagay ko siya sa resume ko kahit hindi nila ako ma-absorb completely as a full-time worker because of funding. Sobrang malaking experience pa rin siya for me as someone who wants to do art management and art events. And ang dami kong learnings from them with how they organize. Sobrang malaking insight na paano sila gumawa ng binder, paano sila gumawa ng checklist nila. So the event ended around July. And after July, wala nang trabaho. Ang hirap ng walang trabaho nang nasa ibang bansa ka. So I knew that I had to save enough money for me to survive, lalo na kung mawawala ng trabaho. Which, lo and behold, nawalan ako ng trabaho for 2 months. That hopelessness na feeling na wala kang trabaho, kahit anong gawin mo, wala kang trabaho. I reached out to my friend again, who provided me help to get my first sideline gig nga nung student ako. And nagkaroon sila ng different kinds of jobs na tatayo ako sa labas, handing out coupons. Isa sa mga sinasabi ng mga tao na pagpupunta ka sa ibang bansa, lalo na sa Canada, wag na wag kang mahihiyang kumuha ng trabaho. Kasi opportunity is opportunity. Nag-accept ako ng mga ilang calls for handing out coupons, product promotion, even directional signage. Pupunta ako sa Budweiser stage late night pagpatapos na yung event to be with other teammate. Ang gagawin lang namin ay mag-hand out kami ng coupons. Or, pupunta ako sa event and I need to talk to as many people as possible to sell a specific product. Or, yung pinaka-isang isa is, I had to stand outside of Scotiabank Stadium ata ba yun? Stand outside, wear this neon vest, and hold up a sign and just tell people na go here, go here, go here kasi dito yung event. The lesson I really got out of all those sideline gigs is that rejection is nothing if you want to survive. And also, rejection helps build character. As I did those sideline jobs, I was also looking for work, and sobrang hirap ang rejection. Rejection comes in so many ways. Rejection, especially when you're looking for work, like people not responding to your email, getting told that the position you wanted after your interview has been fulfilled. That 2 months of me working sideline jobs and looking for a stable work really made me see how resilient and how hardworking I am. Lalo na wala akong matatakbuhan kundi ang sarili ko. So, yun talaga yung kailangan mong isipin pag nasa ibang bansa ka. You need to trust and depend on yourself and pray and hope that everything will be alright. I was able to find 2 jobs. One is a part-time and one is a full-time. My part-time work right now is as a studio administrator for a small music school. I have flexibility in time, which helps me a lot as I do my full-time work as an associate specialist. Role ko is more on governance and membership. The company provides service for different associations, whether they need assistance with their membership, their certification, events. I'm so lucky to find this job na helps me be flexible enough for me. From that zombie acting job to handing out coupons to actually finding my first full-time work. One thing that I learned from that journey is that a job is never just a job. Everything that you do and every opportunities that you will accept will definitely add to your story as a person. So yeah, if you would want me to share how I was able to get those jobs here in Toronto, let me know in the comments and I will share my tips and tricks of how I did my job hunting and how I was able to get some of those jobs. So if you're still here, thank you so much for listening and taking interest in my story. And I hope that wherever you are doing well. And if you're trying to look for a job right now, don't lose hope. Dadating at dadating din ang trabaho. Thank you and please like and subscribe. Ganun ba yun? Oh my god, first time mong sabihin yan. Please like and subscribe. Bye!